Hello students, very good morning. Today we will going to discuss about organization of life. In this chapter, already explained some topics. Today I will explain about hormone system. See, hormone means what? One or more than group of the tissue joined together will perform in specific function or performs in similar functions. That is called organ. So before that you know how many cell and tissue. Tissue cell means what? A group of the cell. The group of the cells that are involved in similar function. Maybe the cell size the present in similar or dissimilar. But perform that function in similar function means that's called in tissue. The tissues present in so many types. That means that one or more the type of the tissues joined together will perform the similar function means that is called organ. So one or more than organ joined together will perform the function means and similar function means that is called organ system. So what are the organ systems that are present in human body? Already you know the 11 organ systems that are present in our body. But our textbooks will given in only 8. But the present this is a major. This is the essential organ system. How many organ system present in human body means that is called 8. But our body present in 11 organ system. What are that? You simply keep in your mind is M N C readers R E D E R S. Just you counted the letters. They are having 11 letters. See, I for integumentary system, S for skeletal system, M for muscular system, N for nerve system, C for circulatory system, R for reproductive system, E for excretory system, D for digestive system, and one more E that is endocrine system, one more R that is respiratory system. This one means this one taking reproductive system, and S for sensory system. So the 11 organ system that present, that each and every organ system that involved in individual performance. One organ system is not interact with the another one organ system. That is organ system. So the organ means very simple. The group of the tissues that composed together will perform in singular function or similar function means that is called organ. One or more than organ that joined together will perform the similar function means that is called organ system. What are the organ systems that present in our body means these are in types. What are that? They are having 11 types. You keep it in your mind in is M and C readers and they can write in individually. The each letters the full forms you have to write. They are present in 11 organ system. And today I will explain about only one organ system, that is respiratory system. They are having the two letters that present. 2R that means the R square and 2E that is E square. So the R square means what? R in R. First R you consider reproductive system means this one want to consider respiratory system. The same thing here. The E first E you are considering endocrine system means another one you are considering excretory system. That's your wishes. Okay. See now that we will discuss about in respiratory organ system. See, our respiratory system consists of organs like trachea, bronchus and lungs which are responsible for exchanging of air between the atmosphere and the blood. What are the organs that are composed in organ system means our respiratory system means they are involved in some organs. The first one trachea and second one bronchus. And third one lungs. See which are the responsible. These organs are responsible of exchanging gas from organ to exiting part of the body. That means out of the body. The around us presence of the atmosphere. Atmosphere itself the presence of the respiratory gases. That gases they enter the inside of our body and oxygen that replacing during the respiration time will release in carbon dioxide. And for exchanging of air between the atmosphere and the blood, let us see the organ of the respiratory system in detail. That means this one organ, the individual means you consider an organ. This also an individual in one organ. So the one or more than organs. Now you understood. This one, the trachea is one organ, bronchus is one more organ, lungs is one more organ. These three organs will compose together involved in similar functions. Which functions are involved in this organs? They are involved in respiratory process. So this is called in respiratory system. And the first one I will explain about the nose. See, we inhale air through the nostril. Inhale means what? That enter inside in atmospheric air. That atmosphere has the present in so many air mixers. Air means that's a mixer. They are mingled in so many components. What are the components that are present? Already you know the basic that. What are the 78% the present in nitrogen and 21% in the oxygen and then 0.003% the present in carbon dioxide and remaining the present in other element. This is the composition of air mixture. So this enter the inside. That means that during the respiratory time or the breathing time, inhale. Inhale means you take in the inside of our body through the nostril. Because of the nostril, that is outer surface, the present in two holes. Through that way, they enter in atmospheric air in inside of our body, and which lead to the nasal cavity. Which leads to the nasal cavity. And the inner surface of this cavity is lined with cilia and mucus producing cells. Cilia and mucus. That means they are present in the one filtrating functions that are involved in cilia. And one more thing, they are present in nasal cavity. The nasal cavity and cilia are present in nose. Our nose the present in front of the face. They are having the two holes. Inside of the holes the present in the nasal cavity and cilia. They are involved in filtrating functions. Why they involved in filtrating function means because of during the inhaling time will enter the atmospheric air inside. Maybe sometime will enter in large particles. Like that particles enter the inside means that is the troubling for respiratory system. That one want to control or prevent that. That's the reason they are present in the filtrating process. That time they are very minute particles only will enter the inside in our respiratory system. And the sticky and moist. The cilia and mucus trap dust and germs to prevent them from going deeper into the respiratory tract. That means what? It's not allowed in large particles. Maybe you know that air particles are present in minute particles like that. Like that the present means you easily enter the inside the nostril. Because of the involved in cilia. And maybe the air mixtures are having the large like that particles they are having means that not enter in inside of nose or respiratory system because of that prevented with the help of the cilia. And the blood vessels in the nose help to warm the inhaled air. The blood vessels help to the air inhaled and air. And second one windpipe. Then on as there and second one windpipe. Pipe means what? Pipe means what? You know that hollow, the tubular structure. Maybe the present the tube. If you take any one tube, that you know nowadays using the garden pipe. That garden pipe, the insert the presence of the tube in between the having one holes. That holes that present means other. When you see that through that pipe, often object you can easily identify it. That's a vacuum, hollow space. Like that the present means that's called in pipe. This is the wind pipe. That means what? So the wind traveling in that way. That pipe enter in wind. That means during the breathing process that time enter the oxygen. After passing through the nasal cavity, the air enter to the pharynx. So the nose itself that enter the oxygen inhaling will be reached in the nasal cavity. After that, the nasal cavity is present. After that, throat passing in windpipe and the pharynx. Then it goes into the trachea or the windpipe, which is an elastic tube extending down the length of the neck and partially into the chest cavity. The partially one part of the chest cavity. Chest cavity means what? This is The presence of the are surrounded in chest bone. You easily counted your bones. How many pairs the present? Maybe the bones are present in 12 pair bones. The joint in particular point, that's a sternum. So this partially the present in windpipe. And the length of neck and partially into the chest cavity between the pharynx and the trachea lies a small hair passage called an larynx, commonly known as voice box. That is called commonly known as voice box. That's the reason whenever you speak, that time you feel here that some you feel in some vibrate. Here in case here your throat itself here given the pressure means that time you will not easily deliver your words. That time you feel in faint. That you can easily control your voice modulations. And the larynx has fold of tissue which vibrate with the pausing of hair to produce sound. When will you produce that? When will you make a sound? That time you will feel in vibrate. That vibrate where to getting from means that vibrate getting from through the hair pause. That's a making in sound. And the branch. Next one, branch. See, the trachea divided into branches called in branchie. Each branchioles lead to lungs. The trachea divided in 2 branches. And each one, the branch leads to the lungs where it divided and redivided to finally form hair passing called in branchioles. Finally, hair passing called in branchioles. So the branchioles means what? That's a 2 divisions of the branches. The finally hair passing called branchioles. And the lungs of the organ present in the chest. Where present the location of the lungs means that the chest or where occurring in our body. That means the chest cavity. Chest cavity means what? The front of the body you see the chest, then inner present in the bone. That bone inside the having the vacuum cavity. That vacuum cavity that is called in diaphragm. They are filled in or they are present in lungs. Although our body is exchanging gases, the lungs are 2 spongy elastic bag. The lungs 2 spongy elastic bag. That present in bag-like structure, that's a sponge-like. And each side of the thoracic cavity. Each side of thoracic cavity. Thoracic cavity means that each side, the right and left is just under the present in vacuum. That vacuum is called in thoracic cavity. The thoracic cavity is bounded dorsally by the vertebral column and vertically by the sternum. The dorsally means what? The back side. Back side the present and vertebral column. That's a backbone. And the vertically present in sternum. Before that I told you know the 12 pair of the bones that present and joined together. The particular point will meet the bones. That's called in sternum. And the laterally by the ribs and on the lower side by the dome shaped diaphragm. The dome shaped. So that gap in abdominal regions and stomach region. The top of the stomach regions are present in diaphragm. That's the hair bag. The left lungs is slightly smaller than right lungs. Right lungs you compare to the structures, the left lungs the present in smaller than right lungs. Within the lungs, each branch also lead to a bunch of hair sac called in alveoli. The bunch, that means the hair chambers that will filled in hair. The sacs called in alveoli. So the bag-like structures they are present in branchioles, that's called in alveoli. The singular means alveolus. Singular means alveolus and the alveoli. See, the alveoli is a tiny hair sac. They are mentioned in tiny hair sac. Bag-like contact or tracheal. That's a bag-like structure. The lungs that are located on the end of branchioles tube, which is microscopic in nature. This one is present in microscopic structure. Structure in nature. Naturally present in the microscopic structure only. And it is meant for the exchanging of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Exchanging oxygen is converted to the carbon dioxide. See, now they enter during the breathing time or during the respiration time, they enter the oxygen only. Then how will be exchanging the carbon dioxide? How is possible? During that breathing time, that means the respiration time. all living organisms and human being will take inside in our body in oxygen, but the releasing time you release in maximum amount of the carbon dioxide. Maximum amount of the carbon dioxide will release. How is possible? Because during the respiration time you are taking the oxygen, that oxygen react with the food molecules. They react with the food molecules. You know that's a respiration process. That is respiration process or respiration of the equation. So during that time we will take the food or the presence of the food in our body. That means say C6H12 and O6. This is the glucose or food particles or food material. Food material. Say with help of the oxygen. This oxygen during inhale or respiration. Respiration time enter the inside of our body. This oxygen react with the glucose. Two molecules of the oxygen, one react with the carbon, one more react with the hydrogen. So will be produced in water molecule and then carbon dioxide, and at the same time will be producing energy. See, this is the glucose. Here present the two oxygen molecules. One oxygen molecule that react with the carbon and release in carbon dioxide. One already reacted means remaining one more oxygen here present, because of here consisting two oxygen. That one oxygen react with hydrogen, that will be released in water molecules. So during these reactions you see the respiration, during the respiration time you take the oxygen but release in carbon dioxide. This is the release. Released. Yes or no? That's the reason you are releasing in carbon dioxide. And mechanism of breathing. Next one, mechanism of breathing. That means what? How we involve the breathing process. The breathing process means the enter inside in oxygen and release in carbon dioxide. How entering inside that oxygen? How the carbon dioxide will release that? See, the mechanism of breathing is the first in inspiration or inhalation. Inhalation.